Are you ready?
Yeah, turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello and welcome to High on Sports. I am Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
and whether you are joining us tonight on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer, thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. If you are not on one of the many glorious apps, remember to take your smartphone or tablet or what have you, go to the App Store, search for TuneIn Radio. It is free to download. Install it, search MSC Radio Network. You are listening to us on the go from your phone or tablet or mobile device. It is that simple. Possibly available on Google Glass. I don't know that yet. Whenever that comes out. It's that thing. It's coming out. It's coming. Those glasses. But they're putting it on the Android system.
Invasion of privacy glasses.
You seen those?
Yes, I've seen those.
Glasses with a little thing.
It
It's a new
records
thing.
everything.
It's like
Yeah,
screw
see,
phones. Phones are done.
I'm good.
If that can use the Google App
I
Store,
don't-
then you can get High on Sports on your glasses.
I don't need
I
all
think
that.
about that. You don't need High on Sports on your glasses.
That's
You
too
need
much.
High on Sports.
So
Yeah.
instead of on the glasses,
Exactly.
instead of the earpieces, they just plug directly into your ear.
I don't know. Or do they just like boost out sound as you're walking down the street? I don't know.
Dude.
Science. Anyways, TuneIn Radio is the app.
Be there wherever you need us.
Exactly. Wherever you're allowed to wear glasses, which last I checked is pretty much everywhere, but except some roller coasters, so you're fine. Remember, as always, you can call the show toll-free 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com.
Join us in the chat.
Join us in the chat room. What are you in there today, as Von Erich?
Facebook.com/everything in between. That's my name.
All right.
Ashley and I will be in there shortly.
I'm working on it.
We're making our way. Ashley, of course, infamously, her computer
Frozen
doesn't
again.
compute.
Yeah.
So good thing we have a fix for that.
That we do, of course. She should take it to Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio. The address is 14035 Madison Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44107. Those addresses get complicated. Toll free, call them 855-580-0768. That is Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio. It is a wonderful place. They got all your needs for ink cartridges, toner cartridges. They do repairs on HP LaserJet printers. 29 years of professional experience. Highly confident in their ability to enhance your overall computer experience. Check them out online at joeslakewoodcomputer.com. So there's what you're going to do tonight. Although you'll probably check them out online on a different computer.
Yeah.
Because this one is...
That might be necessary.
This is not a computer anymore. I'm looking at it right now. It's just a picture of Donald Driver. All you have is now a framed picture of Donald
Well,
Driver.
you know what? It's better
to
than
stare
last
at.
week where I was stuck on Tebow's bitch-ass face.
That's true. Twitter is at high_on_sports or with the hashtag HighOnSports. HighOnSports.net is the website. It's got the archive of all our past shows, my blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, HighOnSports.net. Now it's two pictures of Donald Driver. All right, well, we got to get into things here. It is.
I need to go to the printer.
It is round one. Let's go. Wow.
It only took us 5 minutes to get to round
That
one.
is the most sidetracked we've ever got.
Well,
Pre the first bell, like before the first bell.
It was nothing but plugs.
You had to tell me how to fix my computer problems, which I think is very helpful.
Exactly.
Because I'm 2 minutes away from just drop kicking us into the street.
Well, if you do that, we will film it, and it will be on highansports.net, so don't worry, everyone at home. Just saying. Let's switch gears, though. Let's talk a little hoops. The NBA season could be over tomorrow. Tomorrow. Can you believe that already? The Spurs now lead the Heat 3-2 in what, let's be honest here, has been probably one of the best NBA finals ever. No one is running away with it. No one's going to sweep, obviously. This thing is most likely going to go to 7 games. This is absolutely insane. How crazy would a Game 7 on Thursday be? I mean, Game 7, Spurs versus Heat, I can't even think about it right now. But the Game 6, the one that we know will take place, will happen tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on, of course, ABC. Going Back to Miami now for the next one or next two if necessary. It's been confusing if nothing else. I have no idea like how to prognosticate here, how to like tell you, oh, I think this will happen, I think that'll happen. Because at this point, does anyone have any idea? I mean, the Heat just lost, and the closest thing to a prediction I've heard from anyone is almost unanimous saying, yeah, the Heat will probably take Game 7. How can people say that so confidently in any other series than this one?
Yeah.
No one has won back-to-back. No one seems like they can win back-to-back.
No, it's hasn't it? Well, no, the Spurs won 2, or wait, no, they won
No,
1
it
and
goes
3.
Spurs 1,
Yeah, Miami
Heat 2,
Spurs
3,
Yeah, it
Heat
went-
4, Spurs 5.
Yeah.
This is absolutely insane. And there's been a couple blowouts here. Heat 103, Spurs 84 in Game 2. And then they come back just 2 days later, Game 3, Spurs 113, Heat 77.
That's an butt kicking.
How are they going to put up 103 and hold the Spurs to 84,
then
then come back the next game and only drop 77 points? How do you even do that? And then it goes Heat 109, Spurs 93. And then, of course, last night, Spurs 114, Heat 104. The main storyline here, though, has been, oddly enough, the real player rising up through all of this, that's probably the biggest star of the NBA Finals right now, as shocking as this is to say, Danny Green.
Oh, my God.
Danny
Dude, he's
freaking
nasty.
Green.
He is nasty from the 3-point line right now. Deadly.
It does. I'm at a total and utter loss for words with this kid. If you don't remember who he is, he was sort of a Cavalier. He was technically here. What? Then they cut him like twice or something like that.
Yeah, he
Close to
got
it?
knocked down to the D League, and then he just got straight up cut.
Yeah, it was. He seemed like entirely unconsequential guy on the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers had no business for him. No business for this guy. Was this the kid? I might be mistaken here. Was this the kid that Freezer burned his foot? Or was that was Manny Harris I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
My mistake. He's not a superstar yet. Give him a couple years and he'll show up somewhere else in the NBA Finals. No, but Danny Green, what's hilarious is a picture going around right now, or a video I should say, of LeBron James' birthday party. It's like his 25th or something like that in 2010, 11, something. Before he left. Before he left Cleveland, there's a video that was going around that looked like just a video of his party, whatever. Now the video is resurfaced in that he just looks absolutely ridiculous in this video. He's a rookie on the Cavaliers playing no minutes and invited to LeBron's party just on the basis of technically being his teammate. And Danny Green just looks awkward as hell. It's almost like that scene from Talladega Nights where Will Ferrell is being interviewed and his hands
like,
just slowly float up and they pull his hands back down.
I don't know
He's
what
like,
to do with my hands.
I don't know where I put my hands. Where do I put my hands? And now you flash forward a couple years. Now Danny Green, whenever the hell his birthday is, which is actually June 22nd, which is very close. That's next week. Now, or this week or whatever. Now he can throw a big lavish birthday party with ice sculptures and smoke machines. And someone else can be there not knowing what to do with their hands. Man,
We should
Danny,
do that this year.
where do I put my
Party for
hands?
High on Sports. Big ice sculptures.
Big-
But the only problem is the only ice sculpture we can afford is just the big block of ice. That's it.
it's a make your own ice sculpture party.
Yeah.
Everybody brings their own ice and they all sculpt it themselves. It's good fun.
Yeah, we'll do little miniature
Little
Lego
ice cube.
sculptures
Yeah,
out of
little
cubes.
ice cubes.
Sure, y'all get a cube. And you see what you can do with that.
Yeah, give them a tiny little chisel.
That'll be fun. That sounds like a blast. We'll do it this summer.
Coming soon, High on Sports birthday party.
Sometime over the summer. No, but Danny Green is I mean, this is like Linsanity times a million, only condensed because it's only this series and everything.
And he's
it's not
actually
New
good.
York, and he's actually doing something. Does anyone have the number offhand? He's set the record. I want to say he's made 28 out of 30 or 23 or something out of 38 or whatever. He's got the best 3-point shooting percentage ever right now
Well, yeah,
in
and
the NBA
he's
Finals.
I think he's chasing. He's set to beat Ray Allen's most threes made record or something.
Yeah, in an NBA Finals, it's
Yeah.
it's absolutely insane. Let me pull up his numbers here. Let me see what he's rocking. Go to the old stat machine. It's just been absolutely ridiculous. Here we go. I got the last few days. Score total. This is the last 5. So this is just in the NBA Finals. 24 points last night. 10 points before that. 27, 17, 12. I mean, wow. He's going to go from D-League and cut and everything by the Cavaliers just a few years
Well,
later.
he was cut by the Spurs too.
Cut by the Spurs as well, that's right. 24 points and 27 points in the NBA Finals. I don't even know what to say. I don't have his I do have his 3-point made attempt. He made 4 in game 1, 5 for 5 in game 2, 7 in game 3, 3 in game 4, and 6 in game 5. Wow. That is absolutely insane. He's averaging 5 makes per 7.6 attempts, which is a ridiculous percentage of 66. 66% 3-point shooting
That's
right now.
ridiculous.
That is just 3-point shooting. Although if you look at his scores, it really doesn't seem like he's shooting anywhere else.
Isn't that LeBron's free throw percentage?
No, he can actually
Zing!
make those now.
Zing.
It was.
I could tell you his free throw percentage in this finals going on right now. I mean, obviously it's better than 66, but 66%
From behind
the arc
is that's
in the
insane.
finals. In the finals, you got to factor in the pressure here. That's not just
Yeah.
66. That's impressive enough. This is 66 in the NBA Finals when you're a nobody. Although maybe that kind of makes it a little easier from his standpoint. It's like, I'm in the finals, this is so cool, but I am a nobody, so I can kind of shoot the ball however I feel. Because it's it's like it's a little different. You're not a LeBron or a Manu or something where people expect you to go out there and win the game. So you get the ball, you're like, man, screw it, and just chuck it. It kind of loosens you up a little bit. But again, not trying to take anything away though. Here, this is LeBron James. LeBron James' free throw percentage is through the finals right now is 74.
Oh,
That's still pretty bad. That's still pretty bad. And don't forget, let's not forget Tuesday, which was game 1, 2, 3. He did not go to the line at all. Did not go to the line.
That's how you beat him. You don't send you out rebound him and you don't send him to the line.
Yeah. Didn't go 18 points in game 1, 17, then 15, 33, and 25. Only 15 points in game. Yeah, I guess that's how you do it. That's the game where they only scored 77. 15 of those were LeBron and no trips to the line. He's shooting 43% from behind the arc, by the way. Not even close to Danny Green's level. Never thought I'd say that ever about anything. But no, I mean, congratulations to Danny Green. We're going to go around the table here, though. Real quick, simple yes or no. Explain if you'd like. Does this series end tomorrow? Von Erich?
No, we'll see a game 7.
Ashley?
It's gonna go to 7.
It's going to go to 7.
Yeah.
And what a 7 it will be.
Yeah,
And
'cause
since
the
we
Spurs-
predicted it, it ends tomorrow.
Since we predicted it, the Spurs will steamroll the Heat tomorrow.
It's just the Spurs are old and I don't think they can go and I don't think they have enough in them to beat Miami just coming off of a day's rest.
I do think, let's win or loss.
So, yeah.
Win or loss, I do think this is the last hurrah
It
for
really is.
the Spurs. Me and no one else expected them to get here to begin with the season, but it's not going to happen again.
Well, yeah, I thought it would have been the Thunder, but after Westbrook got hurt, I'm like, all right, it's San Antonio all the way.
I think the interesting discussion here, though, is do the Spurs now have to win because they got here to cement their legacy? They did win 3. Well, they did win 3 in a decade, but from a standpoint, everybody remembering them and talking about them, it seems like because they're San Antonio, people don't want to go all in with they're a dynasty, because they're not. There's no
Well,
real
'cause they
face
don't-
to it. There's Tim Duncan, sure, but Tim Duncan is the big fundamentalist. It's not exciting.
They don't have. Well, yeah, it's not. They don't have like a person who's the media is all over constantly. They just have really freaking good talent. That it's not like they have a LeBron where the media's on top of him 24/7, or Dwayne Wade or Kobe or anything like that. They just have enough good people to where they're really.
You're good. Pay no attention to me.
I just think when you lose finals and you lose championships, it just hurts your legacy so bad because of how it's remembered. I like it to you look at Tom Brady in New England with the New England Patriots. Different sport entirely, obviously, football. But remember when he was a 3-time Super Bowl champion? Now he's 3-2 and has lost his last 2. It just feels different. He's not untouchable anymore. And then you look at LeBron James, right? He loses with Cleveland. He loses the first time with Miami, then wins. So he's 1-2. I mean, doesn't 2-2, isn't that a world of difference than if he's 1-3 in the finals?
Yeah.
And the Spurs, not as big of a difference as that, but there's just history just looks at you and remembers your run so much different if you're 4-0
instead of
as
3-1.
opposed to 3-1 with your last one being the loss. That looks like, well, they were too old to pull it through at the end. You know, but that loss in the finals at the end, like right now, they can be satisfied with making it to the finals, but once the finals are over, then it just hurts that you lost. Then you look at a dynasty that ended with them being too old on the national stage. I just think from a legacy standpoint, obviously obviously if they lose this, no one's going to be like, oh, the Spurs, yeah, they sucked.
Yeah, they're still, I mean,
They were horrible. No, we'll know they were a dynasty.
Basically a dynasty. Basically. Because, I mean, they've been in the playoffs every year. They've won 3 finals. Mm-hmm. But
boy, do they do it quietly.
They do. They're always under the radar because they don't have that one guy who's always in the media.
They're
behind the scenes.
Their best player, their top player, the big fundamentalist.
Yeah.
That's one of the many nicknames of Tim Duncan, the big fundamentalist. It's
but,
rebounding.
And the best part is that's how you win games.
Exactly.
Fundamentals.
Look at the Spurs.
You don't need one flash guy to just run around and do fancy crap.
It's
fun to watch, but just look at you win more games if you have more people who just play fundamental basketball.
But it's hard to market that is the only thing.
And that's the thing.
Basketball, if we could really look at everything now and in the past without adding in market size and cities and media, if the media had no role in how people sit back and remember things, people would be pinching themselves watching the Spurs right now. Yeah. Like, I can't believe this team, this unit is playing in my lifetime where I'm watching it on TV. Yeah, this is mind-boggling, but it doesn't feel like that because there is no mega superstar on this team.
Yeah. They're not media-driven. They just go out there and play ball and win.
Exactly.
And that's what I like. I like that. I like behind-the-scenes people.
Mm-hmm. It's nice.
Who just step on the court, kick ass,
let's
and then go
change
home.
gear a little bit, keeping with the NBA, but we're going to talk something weird. A trade that's going on right now. Talks looked like they broke off yesterday. Well, not broke off, but sort of went quiet. The talks have been resumed today. The talks are happening, people. This is multiple days now this has been going on. It looked like it was going to be dead, and it was just, okay, yeah, one of these stories pops up all the time. It ain't going away so fast. They're openly discussing it right now. The Clippers and the Celtics are talking about a trade. The main focal point of this trade? Celtics head coach Doc Rivers. They are in serious discussion to trade their head coach.
How do you trade a
to
coach?
The Clippers? I have a little list here for you of some big ones.
We've seen this in other sports.
Sure.
So.
Well, yeah.
I
got it right here.
Right off the top of my head, I can say Boston wanted John Farrell from Toronto as their new coach.
That was like the most recent. That just happened.
In football, I would say. What's that blonde guy's name that everyone thought was coming to the Browns?
That's what I was going to say was probably the one people remember the most is John Gruden.
Yeah,
after the 2001 season because
Tampa Bay.
For multiple first-round picks, and of course he then took the Raiders, took Tampa Bay to the Super Bowl
and
to beat
Oakland.
The Raiders. I know some in the MLB.
I have that Super Bowl for being the first time that number one offense went up against number one defense. And the number one offense killed it.
I remember that as somebody was picking their nose on camera. Was the part I remember. I was younger.
That's probably the most shown highlight, too.
I was 11 years ago. I was 11. All right. Now I feel.
Wow, is that long ago now?
Yeah. Oh, I'm so old. I'm going to die.
I was in middle school.
Baseball. Okay, after the 2002 season, the Mariners allowed Lou Piniella to become a manager of the Devil Rays. In return, they got outfielder Randy Winn from Tampa Bay. Prior to 1977, the Athletics let Chuck Tanner become the manager of the Pirates in return for catcher Manny Sanguian. And in 1960, of course, you remember this, 1960.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Gordon was the manager of the Indians, traded to the Tigers for their manager, Jimmy Dykes.
Wow, manager straight
That's
up.
a straight-up manager swap. Why not?
Okay.
And then in the NFL, of course, we have Gruden. And then a lot of confusing ones with Belichick and Parcells. It seems like the Giants, Jets, and Patriots, I feel like the two of them just kind of bounced around there, coaching whichever one they felt like at the time. But no, of course, Bill Belichick, this was in 1997. Bill Belichick accepted a job as a head coach of the Jets and quit the next day, later that month to be signed as named as the head coach of the New England Patriots, where he is today. Then the Patriots gave some kind of compensation of multiple late-round draft picks to the Jets. That was a weird one. And another one was Bill Belichick in his final year with the Patriots ended up going to the Jets in exchange for a 4th rounder, 7th rounder, and 5th rounder, and another 7th rounder over the next 4 years. So those are some weird ones. And even in the NBA, this is nothing uncommon. The most recent in the NBA being in June of 2007, when the Heat allowed Stan Van Gundy to leave the team and become head coach of the Magic in exchange for a 2nd-round draft pick in 2007 and another 2nd-round draft pick in 2008. I've heard that the NFL has banned that now, that you can no longer trade coaches.
Of course.
But it appears as if other sports are still doing it. Ozzie Guillen was traded, wasn't he? There was compensation given. It was more or less. There was compensation given to the White Sox. So I think it technically goes down in the books as a trade.
Yeah, they definitely didn't get Robin Ventura in trade.
No. But no, it's just certainly weird that you could trade a head coach. It doesn't even make sense. It seems like in baseball, I feel like it is the only one that it adds up to me, because it just for the sole purpose of they're in uniforms too, and that you used to be able to player manager, you could like pencil yourself in.
Yeah.
No, again, that's another rule I'm pretty confident you can't do anymore. I don't think Terry Francona can pencil himself into the lineup right now if he wanted to. But of course, they can still trade managers and things like that. It's always weird. It's never usually just a straight up trade. Like, we give you this, you give us this. It's kind of like they go to them and then send something back. But this is talks of a straight up trade. The confusing part is, and there's a lot of big names going around here, and this is kind of what happens in the NBA offseason, is big names float around and bounce around. Or what if this guy went here and this guy went there? Well, what if this guy went to this city and brought these two from these cities and built his own whatever. It gets confusing with all the rumors and speculation, but the talk of the trade is, right now, the only names confirmed would be Doc Rivers and Kevin Garnett sent to the Clippers. The only name we know that the Clippers are dealing to them so far is DeAndre Jordan. Obviously, there's other names that we don't know, because you're not going to send Doc Rivers and Kevin Garnett over for DeAndre Jordan.
No.
You just, no? Not even once?
That's basically like handing someone a brick of gold to get a handful of pennies back.
And they, basically what they want, the Celtics are currently holding out for, is that one of the other things is that the Clippers would absorb the contract of either Jason Terry or Courtney Lee to save them some money. Which I'm surprised. I thought they were kind of on board with Jason Terry now, but I guess he is really old. Even if he had a great playoffs, he's still very old, and there's nothing that can change that. But they want Chris Paul's backup, Eric Bledsoe. That's where the BL sound was coming from. They want Eric Bledsoe from the Clippers as part of this deal. And the Clippers say, no, we want to keep him for the strangest reason, is they hope to package Bledsoe and Blake Griffin to the Lakers.
That just makes no sense to
for
me.
Dwight Howard.
Give up Blake. No, you do not give up Blake Griffin for Dwight, even straight up, let alone adding someone else to the mix. Dwight Howard is old, and he's going to be injured for probably the rest of his career.
I'm telling you, a year ago, one calendar year ago, I would not. I would have been on the exact opposite side of the argument.
See, not Blake Griffin though. There's no way Blake Griffin
here's
is
the
better
thing.
than Dwight.
I think now he is right now, but again, like I'm gonna say, is a year ago. A little bit longer than that because Dwight had the back problems, but that was not. I don't think that was the case because Dwight Howard actually did things. Blake Griffin dunked and it was really exciting. Yeah, they're awesome dunks. They're posterizing dunks, but what? He couldn't block a shot like Dwight Howard could. He couldn't rebound to the level that Dwight Howard could. He still can if Dwight Howard actually plays like Dwight Howard can play. But Dwight Howard hasn't shown me anything in the last year and change to make me think that he can still play at the high level that he was capable of. Dwight Howard is no longer part of that LeBron James class of super elites. He's not there anymore right now. He can redeem himself. Go to wherever you go, and you'll need to do like the Heat because you're going to form a super team. You're probably going to bring Chris Paul with you wherever you end up going. So I'd say there's almost more pressure on you than there was on LeBron when he formed his super team because now we've seen a super team form and at the very least get to the titles 2 years in a row. Or get to the,
3.
3 years in a row, sorry. Get to the NBA Finals for 3 years in a row and possibly win 2. Or at least 1, but at least get there 3 years in a row. So now the pressure is going to be expected on you. Wherever you take Chris Paul, you have to go to the finals. You just have to. Because you, like LeBron, have one finals appearance under your belt, and it was a loss. Again, I'm saying like LeBron before he left. Obviously, LeBron has multiple finals appearances now. Still, only one win. But it just doesn't add up. It does not add up. I like Kevin Garnett, who played center almost all last year. Keep Kevin Garnett at the center spot. Let him play center. There's no such thing as a true center anymore except for Dwight Howard and maybe a few others. But, let KG play center. Chris Paul at the point guard. Blake Griffin at your power forward. Who cares if you're shooting guard and small forward? Find shooting guard and small forwards.
Right.
They'll just show up when you put that team together. Guys will just appear. Shooting guard and small forward, they've merged into one position.
Yeah.
Essentially. They just call it a wing now. And B, they're like running backs in the NFL. You could just find one or play one by committee. It doesn't even matter anymore. I don't know. I make the move. Make the trade. Clippers, I'm telling you, bring Doc Rivers in there, bring Kevin Garnett in there. Finally put your team really on the map. Kevin Garnett, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin. That sounds damn nice. Hell, with a team like that, maybe you can actually get Dwight Howard to come as is. Now, you'll be way over salary cap.
Yeah, just
and,
a little bit.
Pretty much broke. But maybe it's worth it. I don't know. And you'd have to figure out who's going to be your backup center, Kevin Garnett or Dwight Howard. Sounds like a problem more reserved for an all-star game than the Clippers. But who knows? It's going to be a crazy offseason, like always. You got Chris Paul, you got Dwight Howard floating around. Where are they going to end up? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's stick one last thing with the NBA. Let's talk about some bad teams, preferably our Cavaliers. NBA draft. Yeah, well, you're picking number 1 for a reason. This is our
super awesome at the lottery.
Exactly. We have the best lottery skills of any team.
That's how we roll.
This is a mock draft. Like I said, we do a mock draft every week here until next week's show. If my math is correct, and it is. It always is. It never is. But my math is correct. Next week's show is our last show before the NBA draft, which means next Monday I will unveil my first round full 30 teams NBA mock draft. I will unveil at least the Cavaliers picks, and we'll talk about them next week. And whether I get through the whole draft or not, immediately following the show, all 30 will be on the website, which is, again, highonsports.net. But this one comes to us from Yahoo Sports, and we will start as we always do with number 1. Number 1, Cleveland Cavaliers. No surprise here. Nerlens Noel, center out of Kentucky. We're far enough into the game. We've seen what people can do. We see how tall they are with and without shoes. So I'm ready to call it. Nerlens Noel will be the number 1 pick. The only question left is will it be the Cavaliers actually making the pick for themselves? And real quick, the rest of the lottery: Orlando Magic, Ben McLemore; Washington Wizards, Otto Porter, small forward, Georgetown. A name getting a lot of love right now is Alex Len, center. This one has him going out of Maryland. This one number 6 to the Pelicans. And with the Cavaliers' other pick at number 19, This mock draft suggests the Cavaliers will go with Sergei Karasev, small forward out of Moscow, Russia. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but when we get back, you're going to find out what's urinating us off. We're going to talk a little Major League Baseball. 3 up, 3 down, all that and so much more. Listen to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call Joe the Printer Guy. Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. The following message is for those with a credit score of 800 and below. Who wouldn't want better credit? Did you ever wonder how different life would be from just having a higher credit score? Are you tired of being turned down for any kind of loan or only offered high interest rates because your credit score is holding you prisoner? Life doesn't have to be that way anymore with access to Turnscor. By increasing your credit score only 50 to 100 points, it can potentially save you tens of thousands of dollars in interest over just a 5 to 10 year period. It can be the difference in getting approved for a personal loan, business loan, high limits on credit cards, a brand new car lease, or even a home mortgage. We see so many ads from companies that give us our credit score, but once we get our credit score, what are they going to do to actually repair your credit? Unfortunately, nothing. Until now, Turnscor is the first automated credit repair platform that is simple, safe, and secure. You'll be empowered right from the comfort of your own computer so you can challenge and repair your credit report to ensure it's fair and accurate. Turnscor is specifically developed with you in mind. There's no more need for an attorney, credit repair companies, or credit counseling. More importantly, no more need for paying higher fees. Turnscor will help you get back on track and get the buying power you need. So whether you have bad credit, average credit, or even good credit, Turnscor is helping turn lives around one credit score at a time. Go to turnscore.com and enter the promo code MSC20 and get $20 off your purchase. That's TURNSCOR.com. TURNSCOR.com. Turnscore.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com.
your grip, then you come running back to me. You start abusing when you're using. In the meantime, losing. Baby, why don't you let it be? You're fixing, you come running back to me, and there's no doubt it's all been played out. Now I'm on my way out, baby. Why can't you see?
To a black man's arm.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. Oh, great. Not another farm bill request. Check us out on Facebook at Facebook.com/MorningShowCentral. Denying one farm bill request at a time.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
I know. Oh my God, I know what we're gonna do. Oh, it's so delicious, I can almost taste it.
If you're looking for the best sub shop in town, look no further. Hanini Subs, located at 7310 Lorraine Avenue, is the place for you. Stop in for a cold cut sub, cheeseburger and fries, wingdings and fries, and so much more.
I can almost taste it.
Hanini Subs at 7310 Lorraine Avenue is open 24 hours a day. Check them out on Facebook, Facebook.com/Burrito Crazy. And if you mention MSC Radio Network, you'll get $1 off your meal. It's all good at Hanini Subs.
So damn good.
Hello, and welcome back to High on Sports. I am Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
and whether you are listening to tonight's show at home on your computer or on one of the many glorious apps, thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. Remember, if you're not listening on one of the many glorious apps, take your phone and simply go to the App Store and search for TuneIn Radio. It is free to download. Install it. Search MSC Radio Network. Press play. You're listening to us on the go. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. Call the show toll free 1-888-668-0742. Twitter is at high_on_sports or hashtag high on sports. Facebook.com/high on sports and highonsports.net is the website. You can check out the archive of all our past shows, my blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is highonsports.net. And you know what? We were just talking about this right before we come back from break. Every day I get that, that 742 feeling. You know what I'm talking about, Ashley. I see you going through it right now. That 742,
my belly's
743
Yeah.
hunger pains, which is what we do, is we send out the interns because we're big hot shots with interns.
Yeah.
We send out the interns to 7310 Lorraine Avenue to Hanini Subs for the best subs in town. And guess what? We don't have them do it because I think that would be collusion. But you folks out there at home can tell them that MSC Radio Network sent you. They'll take $1 off the meal. Because
Yep.
they're interns, they have to say MSC Radio Network sent them. But I don't
Yeah.
think they get the $1 off.
No,
We don't get the perks. We're not special like you people
We
out
make
there.
the interns pay full price.
Oh, exactly.
But
We reimburse them with college credit.
yeah.
Sure. Again, that is Hanini Subs at 7310 Lorraine Avenue.
College credit.
All right,
Don't forget the life
jam-packed-
experience.
Life experience as well.
Right?
Exactly. Jam-packed round 2. So here it is. Let's go. All right, it is time for a staple of High on Sports, and that is, of course, what's urinating us off. And we're going to start, as we always do, with my good buddy Von Erich. Von Erich, what's urinating you off?
Well, there was a certain poll on the old Facebook today.
That place.
Marking the anniversary of Charles Barkley's trade from the 76ers to the Phoenix Suns. And the question was, what was the biggest trade that had the most impact on an NBA franchise? And a lot of people were saying the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar trade and a few things like that. And some people were saying, the LeBron James trade. And some people think, he was a free agent signing. He wasn't traded. And I believe Ralphie will explain the rules to us here in a minute. But what's urinating me off is the people, and maybe it's just I'm a little too old for Facebook, and I don't really get all the bickering back and forth, but there was plenty of people that were stating on their lives that LeBron James was not traded. And I offered to gamble them 1 year's salary, and of course they all shut up after that. But Ralphie, why don't you explain to us exactly what happened, why he was traded, and kind of wasn't at the same time.
I will explain to you right now. The thing is, I dealt with people on the other side of it, where they were adamant about like, oh, I hate the Cavs since they traded LeBron.
See, that's
and you just kind of like,
you know
I
what?
just kind of nod at them like, yeah, and they're like, I can't believe they would do that. Why would they just throw the franchise away and trade him like that? Let me explain to people: sign and trade. A sign and trade is not. It's in between. It's not a trade. It's not a signing. It's a sign and a trade.
It's
LeBron James. What happened is LeBron James signed a contract with the words Cavaliers on top of it. Right? Well, I don't know exactly how they print it, but either way, it was a deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers, which was traded to the Miami Heat in exchange for draft pick compensation and things like that. They didn't get too much, obviously, back. They got a first rounder, which I believe is this year's first rounder, which they switched with the Lakers because of a different trade. But the fact of the matter, that gets too complicated, but the fact of the matter is LeBron James was, for all intents and purposes, traded because of the fact that you can either let him sign with you and trade him or let him just walk away.
Yeah, it's big.
So it was if you do this, which helps financially, helps the deal, helps him become a member of the Heat a little easier financially by doing a sign and trade on his part and on the Heat's part, and in exchange you get the draft picks back.
Some stuff back, so you're not totally screwed, because he was a free agent. He was leaving to Miami. That's why everybody hated him, because they had that decision. Doesn't anybody remember the decision where he said, "I'm going to Miami"?
That was the thing. The guy that I was talking to didn't understand. It was like a neighbor or something. He was like he was convinced. Like, he's like, man, ever since they traded him away. I was like,
people,
what are you? What?
Like, some people just need to
and then
shut
the people
up
Von Erich
and
dealt
go
with,
back to living in a cave, because they're too stupid to speak
the
about
people
things
Von Erich
because they
dealt
don't
with
know what they're talking
are
about.
just as stupid as those people being adamant that there was no trade. Von Erich, I like how you got him. You got him
at least they were closer to it by saying there wasn't a trade.
See, Von Erich
saying there was.
Von Erich's right on a technicality. That's why I liked Von Erich's argument.
He is right.
Anything to piss people off. That's
you were
me.
like, you were one of those things where they're just going to be adamant and yelling and red in the face, and then it's just on the slightest technicality where the person, what's the wrong, they're like, well, yeah, technically.
Yeah, technically.
That's how you know you lost an argument. Whenever someone says something and then that person goes, whoa. Technically.
Yeah, but still.
Technically just means yes. It just means it happened.
Because a sign and trade is basically, I'm leaving, but here, let me sign with you and trade it to them so you're not totally screwed.
It's easier financially and fiscally and everything to sign with a team that you're already with. It's much more complicated through financial reasons to sign with another team. So that's how they do a sign and trade.
A lot of big free agents.
They'll sign with the Cavs and
then
be a member of the Heat. It happened with the Raptors as well, with Chris Bosh getting sent to the
So it's a
Miami
trade,
Heat.
but it's not, because he's leaving either way. It's just, do you want anything in return, or do you not want anything in return?
Exactly. You get something in return just by helping. So the thing is, it's like, if you know they're going to leave anyways, it's like you just broke up with someone, right? But they're like, can you set me up with your friend? And you're like, no. And they're like, I'll give you $1 million. I'm
like, you got it.
We're broken up. That's happened.
Yeah.
That's over. But if you be my wingman and help me get with this person, I'll give you $1 million.
Like,
and then you'd be like, whatever. $1 million, I can get a bunch of new girlfriends.
Right?
Forget you. But that's what that is. That's what this is. It's basically that. So yeah, Von Erich's right, internet people. I hope they're listening. I hope they're listening right now, because now it's confirmed. Von Erich's right.
Well, I told them if they wanted to argue with me on the air to listen to
sure.
at HighOnSports.net.
People are just stupid.
Yeah.
They're just dumb. If you don't know what you're talking about, just shut the hell up and go back to living in your cave.
Exactly. All right, now thank you, Tom. Von Erich, I should say. Ashley.
Very formal of you. Right. Say my whole name.
Thank you. All right, Ashley, I guess you have a urinating off you'd not like to share with us and America. So go right on ahead.
Apparently Johnny Manziel's getting a big head now that he won the Heisman. And I think he's been hanging out with some people.
Oh, yeah, he has.
Some riffraff.
Yeah. So he pissed off all of Texas A&M Nation, because he decided, let me just tweet how much I want to leave this place. And then everyone's like, what?
No,
And apparently
the tweet is, you have the actual tweet in front of you?
Yeah, I have the
quote?
actual tweet.
Go ahead and read the quote.
Okay. Well, see, it starts off not even making any sense, and no one even knows what it just says. Bulls --
No.
Wait.
Bullshit. They censored
bullshit.
it on the website.
Maybe I'm one of those dumb people I was just making fun of. Oh my God, I'm
Ralphie,
an idiot.
what's urinating you off?
I'm an idiot.
So anyways, read the tweet real quick.
Oh my God.
I want to explain how ridiculous
Look,
what he
that's my
said is.
blonde roots. I'm
ahead,
a little bit
'cause I
blonde.
wanna-
Anyways, bullshit. Like tonight is a reason why I can't wait to leave College Station, whenever it may be.
So he's saying bullshit like tonight is where I can't blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so
No
probably
one knows for sure what it is. No, actually, I have some information on this.
Honestly, it was probably he had to go to class and take a test.
No. No, like I said, I have some information on this. Actually, the speculation from people, it's hard to even like investigate on this because it's just something he said in a tweet. So who knows? The belief is because there was an error or something setting up his Wi-Fi or whatever it was in the dorm that he's staying at.
Seriously, it was over
Yes.
Wi-Fi.
So he was just the comment he was making. The thing is, it's a give and take because it's now people text A&M's or something be like, uh-oh, but at the same time, it's not necessarily like oh, here I come NFL. It's just like, oh, screw that they can't get this crap to work.
Yeah, well, and
go. But it is absolutely stupid.
that's like, see, he let it get to his head. Now it's like he needs everything handed to him. Oh, my Wi-Fi can't work. You people suck.
That's not confirmed.
You know
but
what?
That's the rumors right
15
now.
years ago, there was no goddamn Wi-Fi. Deal with it, you preppy little crybaby. And then after that, he deleted it because apparently he got yelled at by some people.
Oh, sure.
So then he retweets another one. Don't ever forget that I love A&M with all my heart, but please walk a day in my shoes. Oh, really? Walk a day in your shoes? You're about to be a millionaire in 1 year. Why are your shoes going to be so hard to walk in?
Foolishly so. I'm about to get on this bandwagon. He's going to be a horrible quarterback in the NFL.
Yep. But
That
he's
dude's
still going to
tiny
have
as
money.
hell.
He'll get his money when he gets drafted.
He'll be a high draft pick, and he'll be a big mistake.
Yep. And he'll get his paycheck, and then I'll be like, walk a day in my shoes. My life is so tough. I have to wake up and go to classes. Oh my God.
Oh, good
I gotta
Lord.
do homework.
No.
Whoa.
No, he does not. No,
all
he
right,
does not.
you don't even do your homework. You have the nerd next to you living down the hall do your homework.
You have a Heisman. I think you have the teacher do your homework.
right? So please stop crying, Manziel.
I just picture like every day.
yeah, 1 year to go, or is it 1
The
year, 2
professor,
years?
it's what it is. It's 1 year, then he can leave because he was a
Yeah.
red shirt. But he has a maximum of, I think, like actually technically like 3 years left that he could be playing.
No, I'm saying until
But
he can leave to the NFL.
He can leave after the season.
So yeah, you have
so
1 year.
He has 1 year, but then
you
he
have to
can
go to
stay as
classes
many as
for
3.
like 4 more months. Then the
Mm-hmm.
NFL or the college season is over. You can do whatever the hell you want, and then you can go make your money. And you're getting pissed off over Wi-Fi and telling people they need to walk a day in your shoes. You're about to be a millionaire. Stop crying, you little baby.
He's associating himself with famous people now and meeting
Yeah.
celebrities
And
and,
he
walking
thinks
around.
everything he needs to
so
be
now
handed to
he
him.
is just too much rushed into this celebrity lifestyle and everything. He'd make a horrible cowboy, which is why I think keep an eye on the Cowboys. Who knows how this season will go if they fall out of love with
Oh,
Romo.
they just extended Romo's contract for huge
Oh,
bucks.
they did. That's right. That did happen. Trixie wonder where he's gonna go. Where can that disaster happen? I'm worried it's here. This is
God,
that's what
no.
scares me.
No.
I don't think so though. I think the Bills would have been a prime target, but they just took Manuel. There's actual audio of him while he was
Yeah,
tweeting.
man's like, oh, I can't get my Wi-Fi to work. This school is bullshit.
All right, we're running short on time here, but I want to
Oh
get
my
this.
God.
I want to get this real quick. Is my urinating office? Terrell Owens visited Chad Johnson in jail this week. Chad Johnson, by the way, his sentence was shortened from 30 days to 1 week. He's out right now. He got out earlier today. Of course, put in jail for 30 days after it seemed like a successful plea deal with his lawyer and the judge and everything. And after the judge said that, he gave his lawyer like a slap on the butt, like they do in football. And everybody laughed.
game,
The lawyer's
bro.
like, "You're not taking this seriously, whatever." And he's like, "First of all, screw your plea deal. Second of all, 30 days in jail. Bang, bang, with my little hammer." And if they still do that, I don't know. It's probably digital now. But either way, he's Terrell Owens.
There's an app for that.
Yeah. You just go to the court app. You don't even have to show up
Right.
anywhere now.
We're
Just-
giving your lawyer a good game. But
this is okay. So here's what he said after visiting him. He said it was a quote humbling experience,
Oh
and
my
took to
God.
Twitter to say
He's such a
just
douche.
visited the homie at Ocho Cinco. He's in good spirits. He needs a haircut already though. LOL. He sends his best regards to everyone, Owens wrote. And then he also went on to say, I really don't know what to expect, but to see homie locked up is a very humbling experience. To talk to him via vid conference, let me know that there's not... Can he read? Let me know there's not where anyone want to be. I know he's in county jail, but to someone who has never been locked up, jail is jail. He's like treating this like this is just some like sobering experience. Like, I just met Michael Clark Duncan's character in The Green Mile. No, this is an idiot who's in jail for a week because he hit his lawyer on the ass.
All right. He's saying, good game, bro.
All right, 3 up, 3 down. Down number 3, Texas A&M. As we just said, Heisman winner and college star Johnny Manziel tweets, can't wait to leave College Station. Down number 2, the Oakland Athletics forced to share visiting locker room with the Mariners after the home locker room was filled up with sewage.
That's why it's number 2.
You snaked him.
I stole that from Von Erich, by the way. That was all him.
Down number 1, the Nuggets and Bucks.
Well, we all know who writes the jokes.
Both heard news breaking this week that Andre Iguodala and Monta Ellis will both opt out of their contracts. We'll see where they end up. And up number 3, Chad Johnson, jail sentence reduced from 30 days to 7 days after he apologized to the judge. Up number 2, Ford Motor Company. Company got its 1,000th NASCAR win with Greg Biffle earning his second straight Sprint Cup victory yesterday. And up number 1, Justin Rose, winner of the U.S. Open this weekend for his first major win. Congratulations, Jay Rose. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us this week. Next week, we're previewing the NBA draft. I'm unveiling my mock. We'll break down who is the NBA champion. We'll find out Thursday at the latest. All that and so much more. For Chris, for Von Erich, for Ashley, I'm Ralphie saying good night, everybody. We will see you next week. Same time, same place. Thanks for listening to High on Sports on MorningShowCentral.com.